every Thursday we play our famous birthdays guessing game.
Guess who's more popular according to famousbirthdays.com on 90.3 WHPC.
Happy birthday!
3/14, Pi Day, but it's also a very good birthday
Is
day.
it?
I think so. I happen to think it's probably one of our strongest that we've had. We've been... What's the opposite of blessed? Cursed? Yeah, we've been cursed with horrible birthdays recently, but I think we have a pretty good one. So who would like to go first?
Addison, you can go first.
All right, Addison is first. I'm going to give you... Okay, this is a good one.
Yay.
Albert Einstein.
I knew he was born on this day.
You did?
Yeah. I was going to say, I think like Einstein's born on this day because the pi, I don't know, not that he, created pi, but I just remember like someone like that had an equation was born on Pi Day.
Well, it is Albert Einstein. He would have been 145 years old today.
Damn.
And then turning 24 years old is Krishan Rock. Instagram star who is probably most notably known for dating or being married to Blueface, the rapper.
Is Blueface a girl?
No, Blueface is a man.
And the other one's a girl?
Krishan Rock is a woman.
Okay.
She's originally from Baltimore, Maryland. She does rap a little bit, and also had a child with Blueface. So,
Baby Blue.
all right, Krishan Rock or Albert Einstein, who is more popular?
I'm going with Einstein.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Final answer?
That's my final answer. That is so stupid. That has got to be the most atrocious factual information given.
So, listen to this. She, according to Famous Birthdays, is the second most popular person born on March 14th. Apparently, she's the number 308 most popular person in the world. Only 307 people are more popular than one Krishan Rock.
We're not talking currently alive.
No, we're talking all time.
Of all time.
All time.
What's her name? Krishan?
Krishan Rock? I don't know. It's spelled CHRISEANROCK. All one word.
More popular than Albert Einstein.
Correct.
Where's
yes.
he sit on this?
So she is number 2. Albert Einstein is number 3.
Oh, it shouldn't even be in the same category. That's what I'm saying. They really got to start diversing these people up.
Even if you don't know who Albert Einstein is,
Who doesn't, though?
you've at least heard the name.
Right. Exactly.
Even, like, you use it as an insult. Like, okay, Einstein. Like,
Yeah.
if you do something that, you think is so smart and you call out the guy for, oh, you're being a smart ass. Okay, Einstein.
Right.
Even in the game Star Fox 64, they say that line. So to have Albert Einstein, probably the most important figure of the 20th century, like, not saying this guy's a good person, but Hitler and Albert Einstein are the most important people.
Influential.
Just of the 20th century.
Well, yeah, he also played a large role in developing the atomic bomb.
He was in that movie last year, won all the Oscars, Oppenheimer.
So,
listen, I'm not going to sit here and say I know anything about Albert Einstein. I really don't. I know E equals MC squared. I don't know what that means. But you know who he is. You just know his face.
Yeah, you've seen the picture with his tongue out.
With the tongue out.
Yeah.
His face was actually one of the influences for Yoda, believe it or not.
That
I swear
makes
to God.
sense.
interesting.
Yeah, because, Lucas would use a lot of famous people or just, history to influence his characters, and Yoda was his guy.
All right, so Albert Einstein, not as popular as Krishan Rock. All right, Justin.
Here we go.
You've got a good one, I think.
Do you have more than just 2? Maybe we could do another round?
Yeah, no, I do. I have more.
Okay.
Because I wasn't anticipating more people being here.
Yeah.
Sandy. Okay, so I got this one for you. So Nick A30 is turning 29 years old. He is a popular Twitch streamer who streams Fortnite.
Okay. And he's 30?
He's turning 29.
Oh.
His number is 30, though.
His number.
Nick A30.
Oh, so his name
has
the name 30 in it.
Yeah, so his name is Nick, and then EH, and then 30.
Got it.
going up against Brian Quinn from Impractical Jokers. Here, listen to this.
But it's just like if you pull up to a garage and you got to get like an alternator replaced and there's a woman mechanic, the majority of men and women are going to look at that and be like, hey man, I'm all for, women's rights. I mean, who isn't? But I also want my car to run well.
I thought that would be fitting for today.
Yeah, the women's history.
So-
I do like Impractical Jokers. It's one of those shows that you kind of have to like look away at times. The cringiness of it. I just have the feeling that knowing our history with this game, the person I've never heard of, Mr. 30, is going to be more popular. Not that Brian Quinn is popular. He's not.
Well,
people know Impractical Jokers. I couldn't tell you their names. I'm not a diehard fan.
Right.
I've had it on. My ex used to watch it. We used to sit and watch that from time to time. But, there's Murr and Q. Is that a guy's name?
That is whose birthday it is,
Oh. What's his name?
Brian Quinn.
Oh, they call him Q?
Yes.
So it's not. I know their faces, but I don't think this isn't an Albert Einstein situation where I'd be upset that one's not the other. So I'm going to go with 30. Mr. 30 is more popular.
All right, final answer?
Yeah, final answer. Let's go.
Yes, Nick A. 30 is the 7th most popular person born on this day. Brian Quinn, number 18. So hopefully they both have wonderful birthdays. We'll do it again. We'll do another round.
Do you think, because those shows have been around for a while now, especially in the New York area, these guys are all, Northeast guys, right?
Yeah,
Pretty
they're from Staten Island.
Staten Island guys. Now, don't you think they would be recognized at this point after being on the air for at least 15 years, I'd say?
It's been a long time. I know Joe has gone off to do his own solo comedy career, and he does well. He sells out some theaters and stuff. And they actually have their own tour where they just go around. I don't know what they do on the tour exactly, but I think they're going to the Garden.
Yeah, and they also had to change the act up because when they first started going live, there was a lot of kids in the crowd. So they were doing a lot of PG comedy. They had to, X it up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they're funny. I think it's a good concept. I mean, that concept's been done of pulling pranks. It's sort of taking different genres like Jackass and the Tom Green Show, but adding multiple people. With the challenge at the end. It's like taking 5 or 6 different properties prior to its existence and combining it into something that I think is a great show. So
yeah,
I think it's a family-friendly show. It's not really super X-rated. Like, you can watch that with that 8-year-old.
Definitely. Every now and then they may, go not too far, but, they may do something a little risque. But no, it's definitely, I would say, a more family-friendly show.
I think
compared
kids...
to what else is on.
I think kids... And listen, I ain't a parent, so you can do whatever the hell you want. But knowing kids, because I have a niece and nephew, I had cousins that were very young at one point when I was older. Mm-hmm. You might think you're stopping kids from watching gross things and having foul language.
You're not.
But they have friends.
Yeah.
I remember my cousins not being allowed to watch Nickelodeon, and then they talk to me, and they'd say the most foul, horrific things. Because they have friends that are watching this stuff, and they go to their friends' houses, or they at the playground. They're saying these things. So I think to introduce a kid to something that's a little risque, if you're there, I think is a better option.
I think it helps because when you start to demonize it, they're like, "Oh, okay, I want to."
That too.
I want to see it a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you open them up, I mean, again, you're not going to show them hardcore,
No, you should.
graphics.
Make them smoke too at a very young age. Like, this is a cigarette. Here you go. What do you think, Billy?
That is Justin Greenberg. I will say, yeah, I think if you expose children to something every now and then and you kind of let them know, all right, maybe you don't say this around friends or in school or anything, I think it makes everything a little less taboo and a little bit less scary.
I always hate, and this is sort of in the same realm, whenever there's some sort of massacre or a bad thing that happens in the world, a lot of people will be like, I blame video games. They blame rap music. They used to blame Marilyn Manson for a lot of things. And I think that's such a poor excuse. Could that influence some people? Of course. I'm not saying everyone that plays these games is not influenced by it. but I know millions and millions of people play these games and listen to that music and end up doing nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been watching people rip their spines out with Mortal Kombat for 30-something years at this point. I've gotten into one fight in my entire life.
Have you ever seen somebody get their spine ripped out?
I've never seen anybody get their spine ripped out. So, I think, listen, was Hitler, not to, bring up Hitler again, but was Hitler,
Twice
playing
today.
Mortal Kombat and listening to Snoop Dogg? No, but he still did some horrific stuff. So, there's always going to be bad people in the world. It's up to parents. And again, I'm going to say this, I'm not a parent. I know it's easier said than done, but it's up for parents to teach these kids right from wrong and stop blaming Mortal Kombat and Grand Theft Auto.
I co-sign that.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, you guys want to do another round of the birthday
Yeah,
thing
so
very
let's do
quickly?
it.
Yeah, I want one more.
All right. How about we do? You guys want one conjoined one?
Yeah,
you have to go guess against each other, or one individual for each.
I'll go toe to toe with Justin.
Yeah, let's
All
do
right,
it.
here we go. Michael Caine is turning 91 years old.
My cocaine. If you say my cocaine, it sounds like a British person saying Michael Caine. My cocaine. Love Michael Caine. Great
And he's
actor.
going up against Billy Crystal, who is turning 76 years old today.
Those are two big ones.
These are two big ones. Obviously, they're not the, like number one or number two. Or
I'm
anything
curious
of
who
that
number one
nature.
is. You didn't give us number one.
I haven't.
Who is number one?
Do you guys want to hear who number one is?
Yes.
Steph Curry.
I could see that. I mean, Albert Einstein is obviously more popular than Steph Curry.
Yes.
But it's the people that are voting. That's the issue. Like, you're not going to have 90-year-old grandpa sign on to this celebrity
Yeah, famousbirthdays.com.
famous birthday. We're not sure how they get the algorithm for this, right?
It's a voting thing.
Oh, it is a voting thing.
If you go on, for example, another March 14th birthday is Simone Biles.
Okay.
So if you go to Simone Biles' page, there's a little icon that says boost. So if
So that's all it is. It's a popularity contest.
Exactly.
But the people that are, it's not really a popularity contest. It's who's voting is making it popular. So if you were to actually poll the entire world, I think these lists would be completely different. It's their people that are voting. It's TikTokers, it's streamers, it's people in that generation that are caring about going on this site.
No, it's exactly.
My mom's not on this site, voting for Albert Einstein. You're not going to get a 7-year-old person voting on this.
Right, and another example, the number 5 most popular person born on March 14th, Cookie Swirl C. She could probably
That's a person.
Yeah, a YouTube star. She's
Yeah.
turning 27. She could just say to all of her viewers,
Exactly.
please boost me on famousbirthdays.com.
Exactly.
And then she becomes the number 5 most popular
Yeah.
person. More popular than both Michael Caine and Billy Crystal.
Really?
However, that's not the question we're asking. Who is more popular between the two, Michael Caine or Billy Crystal?
I think if you take their roles, their most famous roles for like this generation, it would be Mike Wazowski,
Right, for Billy Crystal.
and then maybe Alfred. I think from the Batman movies.
I would say,
the Nolan
yeah.
Batman films. Which one's more popular? They're both in a lot of memes. I use the Michael Caine Alfred all the time in our group chats. I say some people just want to watch the world burn. I mean, how
Yeah.
many times have I sent that?
Yes.
In either our group or the sports group. But I think Mike Wazowski is a more popular meme. So based on the way this voting is, I'm going to go with the meme culture. Mike Wazowski, Billy Crystal for the win.
Addison?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about the lesser-known movies from the two of them. Michael Caine was in Jaws: The Revenge.
He was.
The fourth Jaws, the most non-preferred one.
He said he bought his house with that film. That's like the reason why he gives for being in that movie.
He still never watched himself in it either. Why would you? And Billy Crystal from Throw Mama from the Train. Which
That's a
is
good one.
A real guilty pleasure movie.
He's in Billy Crystal gets a lot of crap. I love When Harry Met Sally. I think is a great movie. He does the one City Slickers.
Analyze
That's a good one.
This.
Analyze This is a good one. That's how I found out. If any kids are listening, don't listen. But that's how I found out there was no St. Nicholas.
Oh, really?
From Analyze This?
From Analyze This, because I'll tell you the story, then we'll get back to the game. I was on vacation, and when you went to a hotel, you could order a movie, and we would do this all the time. I only went on, I think, 4 vacations with my family. But every time we went to a hotel, we would order a new movie. And sometimes they would have movies that were still in theaters or close to being, on VHS to rent. You would be able to rent it. I remember renting Analyze This, and there's a scene where Billy Crystal is talking to his son, and he goes, I'm listening to a guy who believed in Santa Claus 3 years ago. And I was like, Mom, what does he mean by that? And I started crying, and I was too old. I kind of knew, but I wanted
just
to
to get
believe.
that confirmation
From Billy Crystal on vacation.
mafia movie.
Yeah, it was not the ideal thing.
All
I
right.
did find out he actually is real, though. For any kids that are listening,
Yes.
he is real.
How else do the presents get there?
Exactly.
All right, Addison, Michael Caine or Billy Crystal?
Do I have to go against Justin here? Or
You could do whatever you want.
Yeah, because I'm going Billy Crystal.
All right. Well, good thing I only have to play one
Come on.
answer sound. A little suspense.
Yeah. No!
Michael Caine is more popular than Billy Crystal.
Where they sit at?
So Michael Caine is the number 34 most popular person. Billy Crystal number 42 on the list.
Oh, no.
Michael Caine is one of the better actors of all time, I think. I know he's done a lot of crap, but he's also done some really good stuff. I'm looking at, so Simone Biles is what, number 4 on the list?
We also have some other names. Quincy Jones is turning 91. He's number 27.
Quincy Jones is a genius.
Do you guys know Angry Reactions? The guy who just reacts to videos on TikTok.
No.
He's just like mad.
No.
It's like, I like that! He's turning 26. He's number 15. And then other than that, it's a very top-heavy day with Steph Curry, Billy Crystal, Albert Einstein, but again, better than what we've had in the past.
Who's Wanya Johnson? Is that the angry guy?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, I have seen that guy.
Yeah. So
I'm going through, I'm seeing if there's any, who are these? There's Derv. He's
Derv.
a YouTube star. I don't know if you know him.
Derv.
Oscar Rosentrom, a TikTok star. A lot of TikTok stars. And then there's just Quincy Jones, who's like one of the most famous music producers of all time.
Well,
Worked with Michael Jackson and all those big names from back in the day.
Well, we're leaving out one very important one, by the way.
Who? Is it not working?
I know, it's not working. No, I thought this would work a little bit better. But we are forgetting about somebody's birthday today. If you guys don't know, it is Sean's birthday.
Sean, know that you're above.
What is happening?
The board isn't working. Anyway, if Sean's listening, something's wrong with pot 3.
Try it one more time.
Okay, here we go.
Hey Rita, it's Sean Novat.
There, it worked now. And Rita's not here, by the way. So I guess it does work. But you can't pause it with, I don't know. Anyway, so it is Sean's birthday today. He is not on the list.
He's 57 years old today?
Is he?
I think so. 57 or 58. I forget.
He's almost 60.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's almost retiring.
He was telling me yesterday he's got 12 more years.
He's telling me he's got 3 more years. Then he's retiring.
Some conflicting reports
Yeah.
over here.
I don't know. Maybe he wants to call up.
Yeah, maybe. Or he'll be in the office in a few minutes, so
Yeah.
maybe we'll have him.
We punch him? Did you guys ever do that as a kid?
What, birthday punches?
Ow, stop it! Can you imagine punching Sean? I've imagined it several times. Not in the arm, though.
Very quickly, do you guys want to do the On This Date in History?
Yes, please.
We'll just do 2 very quickly.
We could take our time. We can do this for like 8:05, 8:06. We got time.
All right. Okay. All right.
Don't
Well,
rush it.
You got Justin's blessing.
In the first courtroom verdict to be televised in the United States, Jack Ruby was found guilty of the murder of Lee Harvey Oswald, the assassin of U.S. President John F. Kennedy. What year did this occur?
I'm going to say it happened in 1964, and we are on the 60th anniversary of that day.
He took it, and it takes a few years for court cases to be documented. I'll take 65.
65 is Addison's answer. Well, Justin is correct.
It had to be.
1964.
Was it on this? Oh, yeah, that's the point. It's on the
Yes.
state. I thought you were just giving random events. I've thought that before several times, too. I'm like, what date is that? So Kennedy got assassinated in November.
Yes.
And then I think Harvey Oswald was alive. It's so fascinating finding out what happened after that.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know. I watched the documentary, and I might have known, but I forget that, Lee Harvey Oswald killed another person He killed a police officer.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there's a great documentary. It was on Disney Plus or Hulu, believe it or not.
Plus.
Because Disney Plus has the Hulu connection. But that's where I watched it, off of Disney Plus. Yeah, there's a whole thing all about like the lead up to the assassination and what happened after. I think that's what they sort of stop learning about the Kennedy assassination once it happens, but the whole Jack Ruby thing is so fascinating. And
like what the connection was.
Yeah, and I think Ruby died a few years later.
Yeah, he had cancer, I believe.
Wow, that documentary would have been great with the Disney intro. Like the castle, the train, and then like the screen goes black and you hear like pop, 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 and then you see the convertible going.
No, you see the Pixar lamp like stomping, and then someone shoots out the bulb. Who shot out the bulb?
And then Jackie's just running across the
you see
car.
you see Sully and Mike Wazowski running away.
No, they're on the RC car from Toy Story.
You see the Pizza Planet car just gun it.
All right, next one.
We're going to hell. Yeah, they need to make a Pixar Kennedy movie.
What would you call that?
You see like Remy from Ratatouille like watching like, hey, the president's in town.
Well, imagine Remy controlled Lee Harvey Oswald.
No, they scare Lee Harvey Oswald into taking the shot. Ah, rats! Boom! Kennedy's been taken out.
All right.
Oh no, they're driving the car from Cars. Oh, you got blood all over me. Ciao.
All right, next one. What year did the United Nations recapture Seoul during the Korean War? So you have to think of when the Korean
War's 50s.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
All right.
I'm really thinking you're doing the anniversary thing. So I'm going to say
we are, yeah.
I'm saying like as far as like the big numbers. Like it's not going to be like the 72nd anniversary. I'm thinking 70th.
Okay.
I'm going to say 1954.
Okay. Addison?
Going with 1960.
All right. Well, Justin, it is the 73rd anniversary.
73rd.
In 1951, the United
early?
Nations forces recaptured Seoul during the Korean War.
And that's a war no one knows about.
Yes, that is because it comes in between
The two
World
big
War
ones.
II and Vietnam, so it's kind of overlooked.
I think if you would ask majority of students at Nassau Community College, or a lot of colleges, I just think they would not realize that was like a big deal, the Korean War.
We should have a bunch of people in here next week just asking, about just history, not even the Korean War, but
it's
a lot
shocking
of people
what
don't
you
know
find
American
out.
history.
It's shocking what you find out people don't know.
And
you just think it's basic knowledge, but they just don't know.
We were talking about how everybody would get better scores during World War II tests.
Yeah.
I don't know
about that.
Yeah, right.
I've heard some things.
Yeah.
I know a girl here, I like her, but she didn't know what D-Day was.
Yes.
But I'm not going to throw her under the bus, but we've heard some bizarre things here at WHPC. So I would imagine that, a lot of the people don't know. We're intelligent people. We're smart people, guys.
Yeah, I guess in comparison.
I think we have a basic knowledge on a lot of things. Am I an expert on things? No, but we know we've heard of these things at least.
Right. Yes.
I've heard of the swastika being called. Oh yeah, remember the old German logo, like the old German flag symbol.
Like it's the Nike swoosh.
Yeah, like that symbol looks so much cooler. I'm like, right. Wow.
All right, final one before we move on. German military official.
Speaking of
Ferdinand Graf von Zeppelin received a U.S. patent for a navigable balloon. The first Zeppelin made its initial flight the following year. So what year did German military official Ferdinand Graf von Zeppelin receive a U.S. patent for the Zeppelin?
1938.
No, it's earlier than that because the Empire State Building, which was created, I want to say in the early 30s because they filmed it for King Kong, which was 33. Believe it or not, the Empire State Building, the top of that was going to be something that attaches to Zeppelins.
It's going to be a deck or something.
So,
like a
docking station.
So I'm going to say it's got to be a little earlier than that. I'm going to say 1928, the year my grandmother was born.
All right, well, both of you are wrong. And by the way, the Empire State Building opened on...
33?
31.
31?
Yeah, 1931.
King Kong was 33, excuse me. That's what my mistake was.
So they received the patent in 1899.
What?
And the Zeppelin made its initial flight in 1900.
Wow, really?
It must be an early. It's not one of the famous ones then. It can't be.
What, the Zeppelin?
Yeah, that was probably one of the first ones because the famous
Yeah.
ones that get talked about are like obviously the one that went down.
Yeah, the
Hindenburg.
Hindenburg.
Yeah,
Oh, the humanity. Oh,
that
the
one.
humanity.
That one had the symbol on it.
It very well did.
Yeah.
Did you know if you say the word gullible slowly, it sounds just like the words Nassau Morning Madhouse?
Go ahead, try it.
We'll wait.
Nassau Morning Madhouse. Hey, that does sound like. Wait, where am I?
See, we told you.
90.3 WHPC.